Awrd now from Faculty of Dentistry, 600 level from Oyo State.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Oluwole from Awrd State, Faculty of Education, 400 level.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Abiola from Oyo State, Faculty of Linguistics and Languages, 400 level.
My name is Oluwole from Faculty of Dentistry, 600 from Oyo State.
Thank you very much. Now we want to go straight to the first address, welcome address by the Dean of Students, Professor Awrd.
The Arts Inviters Club, DBC and me, our own Professor Oluwole, and it's also representing itself. You are welcome, sir. The president of team, I want to welcome you again this year. It's more or less an annual event now. And we thank you, we appreciate you for what you have been doing for our students. You are welcome, sir. Deputy President Oduduwa, you are welcome, sir. Thank you and thank you and thank you again. Deputy Dean of Students, thank you for your efforts. Greatest wives, greatest of greatest wives, greatest of greatest wives, greatest Shinwa, greatest Yewa, greatest Gbagba, greatest Gbogbo, greatest Oduduwa Agbewa. We want to appreciate your team, sir, for packaging this. I remember first of all, the time you first came to Ibadan, you said you have been with Ife. And I said that once you have tasted Pastor Ibadan, you are not going again. I never since I've been here. So, we want to please pass the message to other members of this noble Oduduwa. We thank you for remembering home and remembering our students. So many indigenous students abound in the university, and we have been sourcing for scholarship to assist them to achieve their lofty dreams. And for you to come and give what you call a token. To us, it's more than a token. To assist students to fulfill their dreams. We really appreciate you. About a week or two ago, I was somewhere when the family offered scholarship award to two indigenous students, and I was highly elated for what they have done. And for you to have so many students here in Yoruba speaking area, by the time you are examining where people actually, the students actually come from, you have even beyond what you call Southwest. Covering up to Kwara, Kogi. Kwara was where you have Yoruba speaking people. So that's why I ended my welcome by saying Oduduwa Agbewa, because we are from the same origin, and that is Oduduwa. So I wouldn't waste time, but to appreciate you. Our DBC has a lot that has kept me very busy. In fact, we had to really think to be here. As he was seated, I had him say he was a program and we joined them later. So he has a very busy schedule. Sir, really appreciate you. And I want to say that the family have been the front of his church. From time to time, I keep on worrying, troubling him. Yesterday evening, I was there. For Monday, I was in the office too. And today, I will be there. Until students are really settled and enjoying having very good welfare, I keep on stopping you at the activity. So, everyone, you are welcome, and I'm sure that you are going to make judicious use of the money or the token given to you. I want you to go out. When the time comes, when you get settled, please, this gesture should be passed to others. You are being helped now, please plan to help others in future. So that's the message, simple message. You will have people who will be in need too. So when you go out and you make it, please remember others that are suffering and in need. Thank you. You are welcome.
As the Dean of Students has said, we are all from the same source. But one unifying factor of this is our language. So from what the Dean of Students said, what's the way we at the Iran? So then about the day execute. Put your hands together for yours. Now we want to go straight to the brief remark, the active versus law itself. Sorry, can this thing perform better? It's breaking. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. The Dean of Students, the President of the Oduduwa, Egbe Oduduwa
South Florida.
from South Florida in the United States, the Deputy Leader of Egbe Oduduwa. Greatest stewards. Great. It's a privilege for me to be here. I know that the Dean of Students, just like he has said, he has been on the neck of the management. But unfortunately, this week is very busy week. Very, very busy. In fact, really, I'm the only person that is here, and the Vice Chancellor is busy somewhere else. And there are so many programs, but it is important. I just need to as the matter of to be here, whatsoever that it may take. As soon as I leave here now, there are 2 other places that I need to jump to. Very, very busy. But let me, on behalf of the university management, really appreciate the Egbe Oduduwa. You have done what is more than noble. There is no doubt that government alone cannot fund higher education. And it is good that whatsoever way that we can bring it out to government, we should. Because in many other clients, you see that tuition fees, when you say it out, people will bombard you. But in a closed circuit like this, one will be able to say it out. Because even if tuition fees is not introduced, it is good that government should know, because it is government that says you cannot collect tuition fees. Government should be able to take the responsibility of what it needed to do. In 1948, so when the University of Ibadan was to be established, there are proper things that were laid down concerning the funding. The budget, because most of the universities at that time were regional based, and you will see that almost 26% of their budget is actually directed towards, because I remember that Awrd University has an excess of budget for a year, 1974, 1975, excess of what it needed, and is able to do all that it needed to do. But unfortunately, the direction of government is to keep on establishing universities. I looked at the routine of universities that we have. We have almost 165 universities. And private universities is about 45% of what we have. But unfortunately, even the private, we do not see even the private hands in higher education. Because just out of all the intake in all the universities, only about 4.5% of people go to private universities. And one can sit down and begin to analyze it. Is it the problem of poverty? Is it that they will not make impact? You see that everything focuses on funding, on finance. Because how many people are able to afford 1 million naira, 2 million naira, that they pay as tuition fees in most of those private universities? Only very few. And that's why you see very few people go there. So when you see groups like this, putting their hands, to be able to lay their hands on financing, on funding in one way or the other, much more. During the post-COVID, you will see that because we are supposed to, in this university now, we have a program for our IT infrastructure. One of the things that is hindering it is also based on finance, because we need almost 1 billion naira to be able to put in the optic fiber that that anywhere you are, even around the campus, one will be able to get connected. But unfortunately, because of some of the problems that we have in the last how many months? I'm going to about 24 months. Thank God that we have resumed that. About 18 months ago, it became very, very difficult, even for the university to run, because federal government operates envelope system for the federal universities. I hope you know what the envelope system means. It means that I'm just going to give you this amount that I have. It's not based on your needs, but it is just this amount that I have. Whether it is sufficient or whether it is not sufficient, it is no longer a business. You need to look for ways, yes, you need to look for ways at which you will be able to get others. The overhead that is given is almost, how much do they give? 20 million in 1 year. In 1 month alone, the university spent excess of 100 million naira on overhead. You see, we have all these challenges, and when private individuals, when private groups, when they come to lay their hands on this, we should be able to appreciate them for what they are doing. And I know that for all the students that have benefited, make sure that you use that money, not to use the money to go and buy a cell phone that costs so amount of money. And I think you are going to give them money. Yes. Make sure you use it. Something that will be positive concerning your development in the university. And I know that what did you use for getting there? Is it based on indigency? Or based on the academic performance and leadership? You know that it means that you have performed very well. That's why you are chosen. And I know that when the Egbe Oduduwa, it's only 20 years ago, they see your performance, how you have performed very well. At the end of the day, I know that they would also want to increase it or want to double it, probably next year. It's a yearly basis now. Yes. So I'm throwing the challenge to you. I know that you are going to perform very well. When all of them, when many of them have first class range now, you will now be able to say, this is. So there should be a way to be able to do some monitoring and evaluate and follow them to see their performance. Because that will also be able to glean on further things that we'll be able to do. I know that some other things that we can also do for the university is in terms of physical infrastructure. If we see physical infrastructure that we have, particularly concerning hostels, we have the PPP arrangement that you can call on build, operate, and transfer for hostels, because the hostel accommodation that we have is only sufficient for less than 30% of them are accommodated. And federal government has answered anything about hostels about 14 or 15 years ago. So it is the subsidy from the university that is sustaining all those costs as you see there. So individuals and groups on PPP arrangement of build, operate, and transfer will have hostels, and that will also give you a mark also in this university. These are some of the things that we can be thinking about. So on behalf of the university management, I want to appreciate the Egbe Oduduwa and say that you have done, just like I said, you have done wonderful.
Thank you, sir. I think we can do better. Now it's time for us to listen to the president himself. I want to thank God for your life. So Dr. Adewale Longe, President, Egbe Oduduwa International. We want to listen to your address now.
The Dean of Student Affairs, the Dean. My dear brother, the man who he speaks very well, he's gifted MC. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you, sir. I'm a great vice president. I'm a very good friend. I call him the Trinity. He's my friend, he's my VP, and he's my in-law. I told him he owes me a lot of money. Yes. I want to make a brief remark, and I will let you what I may speak on behalf of the event. It's always such a great honor for me to attend these events. We've done it now for about 15 years. Started in Ife. The idea was to move from Ife to UI to Milag, and go around. But our first attempt at UI was not very pleasant. We had some snap. My VP will talk about that. But again, we are back. I have a little UI. After my first degree in the University of Nigeria, I actually attended UI for my master's program, extension, and I had to truncate because I had to go to the US to do my PhD. So, and I grew up in Ibadan. I'm from Elisha, but Ibadan is my home. I have a home here in Ibadan. I have a business there in Ibadan. So I have a very strong ability to Ibadan, itself the city. But for me, our future lies with the youth. This when I was coming here, I had an incident with some young people. And to me, you cannot blame those young people. When you don't invest in your youth, when a farmer grows crops, when you're harvesting, you get the cream of the crop, you get the best of your best seed, and you preserve that for next year's planting. A farmer who consumes all of his seed knows that he has laid the groundwork for hunger. That is the Nigeria challenge. We have eaten up our best seed. And until we really start investing in young people, even those who have wealth will not enjoy it. We are in a very critical state. We focus more on ethnicity and religion, but we're forgetting class war. Dr. Lewis made that point this morning. When you combine ethno-sectarian conflict and you put on top class conflict, you're looking at Armageddon coming. Nigeria needs to take care of that. Our young people are very, very hungry. And they should be. They have every right in this world to be angry at us, our generation. Because post-independence, we are given a country that has so much potential. Nigeria was a world power. We always call it non-aligned group. When Nigeria was pushing weight, Nigeria pushed England, UK out of Zimbabwe. When we nationalized BP oil, Nigeria was a global power. And in less than 40 years, we lost that. It's nobody to blame but ourselves. And who's paying the price? You. I feel very sorry for the young people because when we talk about college aid with my son, how you go to college, you get bursary, you have was like 20 common, you get half chicken. I was thinking about UI school fees. I think it was 800 and something naira. You know, so that is why we do what we do. I am very, very passionate about you people. I'm very, very, very passionate. My heart bleeds when I look at what we have done to our young people. And so it is our responsibility. Don't thank us. It is our obligation as adults who enjoyed the blessing of Nigeria, and we messed it up. Sadly, we are not animal to you, a country that we got it. We messed things up, and so all of us on this table, we should feel guilt. Start with me, because when you were your age, life was really, 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 really good. My VP and I talk about how good life was. So I will not take your bet. when it comes to the issue of Nigeria, I am a nationalist. I believe in Nigeria, even with all our dysfunction as a country. I believe the only way we can make it together as a country is if we forget our ethno-sectarian differences and build a great country that will make the black race proud. Nigeria is such a great force among black people. You go to Brazil, you go to Cuba, you go to Belize. Our culture is there, is alive. And so the whole black race waits on Nigeria to step up the game. We cannot blame anybody else but ourselves. So I'm very, very passionate that young people, I'm not saying go and riot or destroy the country. This is your country. You are going to say, I have a right to this country. I grew up with Dangote's child to get education. My parents, my mom, the mother calling me. My VP, the mother, she will tell you the story. None of us grew up in great homes. Today I'm in the US not because the government of Nigeria sent me to the US 35 years ago to do my PhD. So I have an obligation to who much is given, much is expected. We are going to do more. My VP said today, I know when he goes back to Miami, we are going to push for more. Our youth are suffering. This money for me was a pointer. I was attacked. They didn't even know because they saw me driving a car and I dressed well. They thought I was a big man trying to oppress them, and the guy was no right to me. I don't blame them. I don't blame those young people. It's not their fault. We have created a nightmare for young people where violence is the way. When you cannot make money the right way, people will find a way to make money another way. Kidnapping, all of this that is going on, yeah, it's ethno-sectarian, but it's a lot of it is economic distress for the country. Young people, you'll be given a charge. You are the best of the best. You are the creamest of the creamest of society. You are selected because you are the best of UI. And great UI is always great. I always regret not coming to you because I love UI. But I'm happy that I took some credit here. I took 18 credits, but I almost switched my master's about to leave. So I have that UI blood in me. But you guys, you'll be given a charge. We have invested in you, a little bit of investment in you. It's your job now to make the world a better place. This year, a medical doctor in the UK, sent us an email, said, Dr. Alonge, you gave us scholarship when I was in OAU 13 years ago. I'm applying for residency, and I included Oduduwa on my scholarship thing. Can you please send me the letter of award? I was blown away. So what we're doing is making a difference, and we are all encouraged by it. So God bless you all. We are so honored we have able to that out of your very busy schedule, you still find time to make it. When my VP goes to Miami, he will be able to say, look here, our people back home need us here, and we cannot let them down. We cannot come up with a general group. We have to do something about it. Again, I took so much time. My VP, if you don't mind, please, I apologize for taking too much time.
Good afternoon again, everybody. Like my president said a few minutes ago, we've been doing this for so many years. Actually, I started this at the University of Ife, OA, when we started in 2000. We tried that a few years and we came here. I was what I came originally to UI. I pushed for it, people accused me because from there, from Ibadan, and so on and so forth. I didn't do that because I was from Ibadan. I did that because, like he said earlier, we need to do whatever we can do to assist the young people. Somebody once said, when anything is given to you, you don't have to pay anybody here anything. All you do is pay it forward. When you have your chance, and not so distant future, your chance will come. You won't be able to remember some years ago, something, but therefore me, I have an obligation to do the same thing for other people that are coming behind you. That is how they pass on the party. And you should do that. That should be your priority focus. I don't want to repeat what everybody has said. It's more sold than corn. I'm a leper. My mother used to do black soup. Somebody like me don't go to America. So I went there. I tried to do the best I can do. I was worse off than any of you guys. Worse off. But with hard work, dedication, and staying the right path, you can achieve anything. There's a proverb in Yoruba that says, you can look at that and just take it with you and move on with it. You can achieve anything. Your tomorrow is going to be better than yesterday. But you have to walk it. Do not expect somebody, like I was speaking last night to my siblings, say, you cannot wait on the rest of the world. The country is not in the right place. We all know that, but we are all contributing to it. Every single one of us is to some degree responsible. But nevertheless, we have to give a good future for the younger generation. Otherwise, there is no future, period. That's it. Everybody just go astray. I wish you well. I wish success. And I wish you a sunny day and a better future. Let's get this thing started. Thank you.
Wow. My president, sir. Well, I said my president because I'm also a Oduduwa.
Yes, sir.
I never know Yoruba history in your mouth like that. So since you have been to that place and you're not here, you know, and that makes me to remember in the 70s, 80s, there is one station in Nigeria, in Oyo State, they call it Radio OYO.
Oh, yes.
And there's one man called Yemi Egbe.
Oh, yes.
Àwọn ọmọ ọ̀gá máa ń sọ lórí rédíò ńgbà náà tábà sọ ní ìsìn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn eléyìí ọ̀nà ìgbọ́ àwọn ní àṣírí ìkòkò kò yẹ kó ta nínú ajá fún àṣírí ìdánwò yẹ kó tọnu rẹ jáde ẹni àfẹ̀yìntì tí ó bá yẹ wíwí ní wíwí ìsìn àwọn ọ̀gbọ́n lórí àfún gbogbo àwọn tá àfẹ̀yìntì fún àṣírí ìdánwò ẹ̀yin olùkọ́ ẹ̀yin àtẹ̀wé wọ́n fàṣírí ìdánwò ọmọ rẹ wọ́n fàṣírí ìdánwò olùfẹ́ wọ́n fàṣírí ìdánwò hàn torí owó àkìmàmà yìí ṣe irú ẹ̀ kó mọ́run ni àkìmàmà yìí ṣe irú ẹ̀ kó mọ́run ni o àkìmàmà yìí ṣe irú ẹ̀ kó mọ́run ni. Àdàbí Yorùbá. Thank you so much. Now I want to go to the presentation proper. I don't know how we're going to do it. Yes, the vice president will handle that. Sir, you want to come to this place and maybe join you by the president and the chancellor. And if you want me to call a name for you, they will just come. Whatever procedures you want to do, I'm only.
You are the boss, you tell me.
You have to check on the night.
I have to check.
You call your name. So just come in. You need a pen to sign.
Yes, yeah, we need a pen.
All right. You provide that. So. Okay, we want to start like this. Let me hold it. Then I want to do the presentation. Now, hear your name. Please, you come forward and you follow the procedure. I think Egbe Olarewaju Esther. Obikoya Benga Abraham, please move closer.
We have many.
You sign it?
Yes.
Just cheer up, stand your name and then take the. By the way, you all are getting 100,000 naira each.
Wow.
Yes. Was 75. Okay.
The last was 75, so an increase of 25,000. This is money. Where are you? Come to this side.
Let us go to that side. Dr. Luis, please can you check my heart? Can you have a copy? Dr. Luis is but this bill is Lagos soon.
Dr. Luis, you have no doubt. So the next person, what to show you, Oluwole John. Yeah, just take it easy. That's okay. All right. Photographer, please be fast. Ajayi Abiola Olatunji, please come. Yes. Adekunlejo Tobi Elisha. Yes. Similoluwa Olamide Oluwalana. Akinola Mary Olamide. Akinola Mary Olamide. Olatunji Rashid.